to think it out. I've got
Sports fans, how the heck are you tonight? Corey Smith is here. I'm Jeff Cook. We are prepared with an unscripted call-in show, if you will, 717-334-3000. Sean is standing by to take your call. Actually, he's seated, but he's not conceded. Oh, Corey, great. You know, all I did was knock over the banner sponsors list. Yes, it's like, I ask you to do one thing. Anyway, let's, before I forget again or it turn into a paper airplane, the current banner sponsors for tonight's show include Adams County Community Foundation, Adams County Sports Hall of Fame, Classic Antique Innovations, Destination Gettysburg, Exchange Club of Hanover, Gettysburg Railway, Trout Unlimited, the Adams County chapter of Trout Unlimited, and UPMC Life Changing Medicine. And banner sponsors, the list of perks, unlimited. You can have creative input into our shows, appear, fulfill a fantasy of yours, and be on the air with Corey and I. Anything and everything is possible.
Absolutely.
So, where would you like to begin?
Well, before we start,
Any breaking news?
before we get into the breaking news and all that, I want to give a shout out to today's Veterans Day, to
Yes.
all active veterans out there. Thank you for all
Yes.
the service out there.
Yes, all veterans, anyone who's served, we salute you. And it used to be Armistice Day, the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month, World War I. And then eventually became a day to honor all veterans. Remember, Memorial Day is to honor those who made the ultimate sacrifice, who were killed in service. So, holiday for a lot of people. The courthouse was closed, banking institutions closed. The government, maybe this government that we pay so much for, our state and the federal government, we really haven't had either one of us serving us for the last month. And I guess we're still here, and we're working on a holiday.
We're here, yes.
So let's take care of some business. Do you mind if I go first?
Absolutely. I'll put it on the tee there for you. I'm
All
guessing
right.
Shining Star.
Yeah, Shining Star. Well, you got to go with the Colonials, New Oxford football. They are home again. They got that monkey off their back. And they finally won well, I mean, I don't mean to say finally, but they'd gone a few years without winning a Week 11 game.
Or
It was
Week 12
Week 12
for this,
because they
yeah.
got the bye. And so you were there. Tell us about that game.
Yeah, so they were up 24-0, and they were handling business fairly well.
Big plays, though. I mean, you look at the box score, the total yards is kind of like that Warwick game we did.
Well, the thing is, Brody Holmes had a interception and got tackled at the 3-yard line. So you have short time possession for
There's a
that
big
there.
play.
He had a kickoff return, another one where he almost had a touchdown, got tackled at the 4. So you get some of those big plays right there. But they were able to.
And none of that goes on your total offense.
That's
so,
the thing. That's the special teams there. So they were able to get ahead quickly, and it was 24-0. And then Spring Grove was just not giving up to the very bitter end there. I'm not going to say New Oxford was lackadaisical. It was just Spring Grove was just getting the breaks in the fourth quarter. It was never close until the very end with 22 seconds, and they scored that touchdown. They did the onside, didn't recover it, but I mean, for New Oxford to beat Solanco, that's their next opponent. They beat Warwick 56-10. So
as opposed to 14-7?
14-7 there, yes. So
Well, no, you can't go by comparative
No,
scores,
I mean-
although Ox is not going to go into that game overconfident.
no. I mean, what I was getting at was you have to play a quarter game against Solanco. And they run the triple option, so it's going to be a different type of offense that New Oxford has not going up against there. So it's going to be interesting. Solanco
Well,
only has
and-
one loss there. So.
Yeah, I mean, that's how you defeat a big play team on offense. Long drives, sustained drives, run time off the clock. Give a high-powered passing team like New Oxford, limit their opportunities. So, yeah, you'll be there Friday. You'll be,
I plan on it.
you'll
yeah.
be the eyes of community media. We can't cover the games. I mean, anybody wonders why we don't do it. Well, it was $2,000 for the opening round game.
The quarterfinals was 2,000. I think this weekend is
More.
2,500. I think it is.
Yeah, so we don't have that kind of dough, but thanks to our banner sponsors, we are afloat and flourishing. All right, who else you got for Shining Stars?
Shining Star, I'm going to go to the hardwood. I'm going to go with Detroit Pistons. They're on a 7-game winning streak. They
Ouch, yeah, I know, they beat the Sixers Sunday night.
So, yeah, they beat the Wizards last night there. They needed overtime to beat the Wizards 137-135. They're currently 9-2 in the East, and with that win, despite that, Cade Cunningham was. It took him 45 shots to score 46 points.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was the second worst field goal percentage, 31.1%. On players that scored 45 points. So it was.
Who's jacking them up?
He was shooting it. So he was.
Well, and, I like Tobias Harris. He was a Sixer. He's a Piston now. Well, he's happy to be the third option for them. I don't know who the second option is behind Cunningham.
I forget offhand there,
Yeah.
but it's
Okay.
they're
Well, no,
they're
that's
playing
good.
some good basketball. I mean, yeah. So
Yeah. And the hot seat, well, I'm going again with the low-hanging fruit, Brian Daboll, the Giants head coach. It seemed like he was on thin ice last year, and then I guess the coup de grace was their most recent loss. Who they lose to?
they lost to the Bears. They had this is the second time this season they had a double-digit lead in the second half, and then losing those games.
Yeah, and the one was just a spectacular loss.
and then
Well, they
you know,
both are, but yeah.
Yeah, looking at the Giants in a whole there. They
Yeah,
have
and
this-
their Pounder's out, the rookie running back. He's gone for the season, I guess.
Yeah, Malik Neighbors is out for the season. You've
And-
got why am I blanking on the running
I'm
back? Yeah.
blanking on his name
Yeah,
too, but he hurt his ankle against the Eagles, I think.
Yeah, that was
the kid from
gruesome-
Arizona.
Yeah, the gruesome injury.
Yeah.
He broke his ankle there, and then Jackson Dart. He was concussed during the game there too. So
Wow.
the
Their
Giants, in the last 3 seasons after he got the Coach of the Year award in 2022, the last 3 years they're 11-33. So
That's like a 250 winning percentage.
yeah, that's second worst. The worst winning percentage is Tennessee. So Scattaboo was the
Scattaboo.
Cam Scattaboo
you,
was
yeah.
the running back there. So
Yeah.
my hot seat, I'm going to go with baseball, and this is a topic that we have covered numerous times. Maybe not numerous.
Yeah,
there,
Class
but,
A, and who's the other guy?
Luis Ortiz and Lemanuel Class A there with the betting.
Both on the Guardians?
Both on the Guardians. There's a report saying that Class A was doing this back in May of 2023 with over $100,000 in winnings.
The Gambling Guardians.
The Gambling Guardians relief pitchers. So
Well, and they're protesting, they're completely innocent, and then I've seen, just in passing, like I was at the Y today, and they were showing, people actually bet on a pitch.
yeah, and going with
A
that,
pitch.
MLB is trying to limit the amount that you could put on there. So they're
On a ball or a strike,
ball and
whether
a
it's a ball or
strike and all that. They're on a velocity then too. You
Well,
can
yeah,
bet on.
and like Class A, he has that nasty splitter, slider, whatever you want to call it. It drops off the table, and he threw one of those, and it was supposed to be a ball, but the guy swang at it. So, how do you prove? I don't know. I guess they have text, phone records or whatever.
I think they have text, records and all that there, but just the amount of money that they were putting on a bet like this, it's going to get flagged. When you have something that suspicious,
Right.
it's going to raise eyebrows. And, so what I was going to get at
So
was.
that, yeah, you're figuring that you're betting that much money on whether it's a ball or a strike. Maybe you have an in with the guy who's delivering the pitch.
I mean, how many other people are betting on that? Right there? And then with that.
Either
volume
that or
of
you have a
pitches.
real gambling problem.
Yeah, so.
I mean, that's totally random.
But as a picture coming in there, and, I mean, you have the ball. I mean, you can make it a ball, you can make it a strike, and when you have.
If you bounce it to the
pitches-
plate, but what if the guy swings at it? Then, the mob comes looking for you. I don't
Yeah,
know. I mean,
so
it's bad. And then, yeah, you got the NBA guys, so. Yeah, I mean, it's a sordid mess, this college, it trickles down and the whole college scene with getting paid, and how can it not be corrupt?
It's a different era that we're in,
How
so.
can the school survive? I mean, the president, I was at the Y again, and I wasn't, they don't have the sound on, but there's a little
The
script.
subtitles, yeah.
Yeah, closed caption, and the president even was saying that these schools, they can't afford to pay all this money, and they're gonna go bankrupt, so, I don't know, but, anyway, so, who do you have? Anybody to add, hot seat, shining star?
Just Luis Ortiz and Clase is right
Okay.
now. I was gonna go with Brian DeBoll there, but
Well,
I had to do a quick
yeah,
pivot there, so.
Well, yeah, thank you for.
That's why I let you go first there, because I had a couple.
I mean,
in the
usually
notes.
I could have,
No,
something obscure, but.
before we go to the phone call there with Robert there, what'd you think about the Monday night football game?
Well, I was just gonna say, I'll put Devontae Smith on there,
Yes.
and, you could even make a case for Howie Roseman, because, what was the guy's name?
Phillips?
Phillips from the Dolphins, right? Edge rushing linebacker kind, and he had a great game. I wouldn't be surprised if he got a game ball. So, yeah, Roseman, 3 trades. They got, what, Zaire Alexander. Did he play?
I don't believe he
I
did.
don't think he did either. I didn't hear his name. And then there's some other guy that they picked up.
I mean, just the way the game was going, it was a very defensive game, or you could say very lackluster of offensive.
Yeah.
Just the way it was going back and forth, and it looked like there was going to be scoring at halftime, and then you get the fumble.
Yeah, it looked like the Eagles had a nice drive early, and then Hurts got hit 6 inches off the ground and fumbled. The Patriots or the Packers recovered. I mean, that's a noisy place. Those fans make a lot of noise. So,
Now, were you surprised how the game ended? When that 4th and 5, I think it was, and the Eagles went for it.
yeah, I'm sure Sirianni's taking a lot of heat for that. It was odd, and then to try to throw a bomb. I guess you figure like cover like a punt, maybe they'll intercept it, get it at the 20 or something.
Yeah, I mean, for me looking at it, I would have done 2 options.
What, 21 seconds or something like
with
that?
20 odd seconds, do a pooch punt, just kind of, punt it down there. Because if you miss the field goal, you're giving, the Packers basically, 20 yards, and then they're in field goal range. So I get the cat-mouse game there, but I didn't get going for the home run, going for the touchdown at the corner there. I guess you're looking for PI or something, but he could have almost ran off the back end because he had open field there that he could just
Yeah,
go and
I don't know.
just slide
Yeah,
there. But,
they dodged a bullet on that one, no doubt.
they won the game. And you still have to answer those questions there, but
Yeah.
you're not getting.
Well, I
bombarded.
mean, I guess if a lawyer can always see both sides, so he would probably say, well, I didn't want to punt it, the chance of a block punt.
It's true.
Maybe in their eyes, they were getting close to the block. I mean, Mann had kind of a hot and cold punting night. And they thought, well, if he's only going to punt it 20, 30 yards, that's not, so, I mean, but yeah. What would you have done? Run another play?
I would have ran a play, but I would have not
Didn't
thrown.
the Packers have a timeout left?
They were
No,
out
at
of
that point, they were
timeouts, yeah.
out.
I
Okay.
mean, what I would have done was I would have had Hurts, maybe just do a slant or something, just do
Little
an
safer
in
route.
for 5 yards, just get the first down.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
not throw it to the end zone
Right,
because
right.
at that
It was like
point,
the element of surprise. Nobody expected that. Well, Devontae Smith, he had another touchdown like that where Hurts just loaded up and threw it deep, and another great catch last night. So,
Mm-hmm.
like you said, at the end of the day, they won the game. They escaped with a W in Lambeau. Not easy to do.
yeah, and now they got a big tough game on Sunday night against the Lions, which, I think the winner of that game might have home field advantage in the playoffs, which you can't really sleep on the Rams or Seattle there
Yeah.
because they're running that core there
Yeah,
too. But if you
the
lose
Ram-
that
yeah.
game, then now you have
Stafford's
three
on a
more.
roll. I mean, he has, 13 touchdowns in the last 3 games, something like that.
Yeah, he's
passing.
been red hot right now.
Yeah.
So that's
He hot.
that's
But
something.
how about Taylor? I mean, he's going to get some MVP consideration.
Yeah, 240.
Colts, I actually listened to the radio. Didn't have cable at the time, and so yeah, they kept pounding and pounding. So he's already has 5 3-touchdown games.
Mm-hmm.
How many games left?
Yeah, they have their
7
bye.
games left?
They have
Jonathan.
Yeah, they
Taylor.
have 7 games left. I had this on the notes here, so let me see here. Jonathan Taylor, through 10 games, he has 1,139 yards rushing. He had 32 carries on Sunday, 244 yards, 3 touchdowns, and the final touchdown being the clincher to win the game there.
Yeah. Yeah, they kept thinking, well, are they going to kick it now? I kept thinking, are they going to kick it now? Are they going to kick? Well, why kick it if you don't have to?
Yeah. At this rate, with 7 games left of their schedule, he's at, a little over 1,100 yards. You see 2,000 in the picture there for JT there.
If he stays healthy, it's for him to average, what, $120 or whatever he has to average.
A little over 100 there, so about
Yeah,
120 or something like that there.
somewhere, yeah, he definitely could do it.
Now, the thing is, do they have everything wrapped up? Because you got, Denver that's 8-2. You got, the Patriots 8-2. So are you looking for, do you have the home field advantage?
Like
clinched?
Barkley sat
Yep.
out week 17 last year, same thing.
So I don't think he's going to get the record. I think it's just a matter of, is he on pace to get 2,000? I think he's on that tier. And then the next thing is, should he be a favorite for the MVP? Because,
When's the last time a running back won the MVP?
the last time was, I saw that
There was
stat.
a guy on the Vikings won it one year.
Adrian Peterson might
Adrian
have
Peterson,
been the
AP.
last MVP
Yeah.
running back here. I'll get that in just a second. But I think it's definitely in the conversation there because you look last year with Hurts and Barkley, the votes were kind of split
Sure,
with that there.
sure.
But I think if Taylor can get that, no offense with
Daniel Jones?
Daniel Jones there, but I
Yeah, he's
think,
not an MVP
no,
candidate.
he's
Might
managing
have
the
been.
offense well.
He
enough
might have
there,
been,
but-
like 2 games ago, but.
Yeah, I think that's more slanted towards, with Jonathan Taylor there. But
Yeah, what about, what happened to the Bills? I know we have Robert Waiting, but, what happened to the Bills? All of a sudden, they're vulnerable. And
Yeah.
Josh Allen's not going to repeat his MVP either, right?
no, he kind of slid down the rankings there.
Yeah.
But you look at that game itself, you go to halftime, you're trailing 16-0. That's a game where
Dolphins beat them?
Yeah, the Dolphins beat them. So that's a game where you look at it like, hey, we just beat the Chiefs, and we're a game behind, New England, and let's just stay at bay with them. And you lose that game in Miami, that was definitely something I did not see happening there. So
I'm putting Patriots in the shining stars, about 8 in a row.
yes, they've
And,
been, and they play on Thursday against the Jets, so it should be 9 in a row.
Vrabel, Coach of the Year.
I think so.
Right now, he's got to be the front runner.
Do you go with the Colts, Shane?
Steichen?
Steichen, yeah.
Well, yeah, that's true. It's probably a 2-man race.
Or even Seattle with McDonald.
Oh,
So I mean, there's a couple out there, but
yeah, that's true. Seattle, again, it's the old West Coast bias, you know. We know they're good.
The-
McVay, I mean, he's a perennial candidate.
I think he's,
He's already won it. It's old hat.
You kind of, just with the Andy Reid, once you
Yeah.
get to that mountaintop, it's kind of hard to keep on getting Coach of the Year.
Yeah, right. Let somebody else win it.
I
yeah.
got the answer for the last running back that won the MVP. That was in 2012, and that was Adrian Peterson. So we basically gave
That's
the
13,
answer. with that.
that's a lifetime. That's a career. So, when's the last time a defensive player won the MVP of the league? Was that Lawrence Taylor? Or was that just defensive? I don't know. Has a defensive player ever won the MVP?
I think
the
it was
NFL.
probably LT, but I
If
mean,
LT didn't do it, nobody did it.
last, I'll put that.
Well,
on
there
there.
was, Woodson won the Heisman in college as a he wasn't a two-way guy either for the most part. He won the Heisman as a defensive back.
It's, yeah, so I mean, usually it's just a quarterback-driven award, and then you have your most valuable offensive player there, and then defensive player. But yeah, the last defensive player to win the MVP was LT in 1986. So that basically
That may never happen again.
that will never happen again when you go, almost
In
40
this
plus
modern
years.
era,
So
yeah.
that's something that will never be
That's a
touched
good
again.
trivia question. 1986,
LT.
1986, LT, Lawrence Taylor, of course, won the NFL MVP. And that's 39 years ago. So we may not see that again in our lifetime.
Yeah, that's
You might.
probably not. No, I think that,
No,
yeah.
that's probably, it's unlikely.
Well,
Go ahead. Hey, Robert, are you still with us?
I think he is now.
Ah. Yeah, Robert, how about your Broncos? They keep winning. Close games. In spite, yeah, go ahead. I hear, what?
I bet the first game.
Oh,
Losing again.
all right, let's see how you did. Saints over Panthers? Did they beat the Panthers? The Saints?
The Saints did beat the Panthers.
Oh. Jets over the Browns, they won. Broncos over Raiders, they won. You're a savant. What, 3-0?
That sounds like a 3-0 record.
No,
right? No, that's
Okay, he said 30-20 Saints over Panthers.
it wasn't 30-20.
No, there weren't that many points.
Let me see here. My internet.
Jets
connection-
over, well, that's unbelievable. Great, I mean, Jets over Browns, that was like a pick'em game.
Yeah, that's
But, and Broncos over Raiders, same thing, but I didn't see Saints over Panthers. Panthers had just beaten Green Bay in Green Bay.
5-4, and they're looking really good there, and
Laid an egg. It can happen.
just look at the Bills.
Just look at the Bills, yeah. Just look at my rugby team. We lost to DeSales over the weekend. We thought we were pretty good, but we got humbled.
Yes.
Can I put somebody in the hot seat?
Yeah, sure. Who do you want to
Sure.
put?
I'm gonna put the head coach. The head coach of the Penn State head coach in there now.
You mean the interim coach?
Coach Smith, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wants to put Coach Smith in the hot seat there.
Well, against Indiana, they almost beat them, right?
Yeah, I mean they were against all odds.
I mean,
yeah.
it took a miracle finish with a toe tap in the back of the end zone. You only need 1 foot in college.
I think he got two. I mean, the way I look
Didn't
at
matter,
it,
but yeah.
it didn't matter. But I looked
got
at it
one.
very, you
Yeah.
got that.
Well, that's what I
indentation.
heard also that he got them both down, but it sounds like a more dramatic finish when he only got one. But I guess he's practicing for the NFL. You need 2 in the NFL.
So what puts him in the hot seat there? They were underdogs. Is it just because they blew the lead in the last minute there?
Yeah, pretty much so. And they're not winning any games. And that's why we're putting in the hot seat.
And I mean, the whole program. I mean, do they have the resources, the money? Obviously, they do if they could buy out James Franklin. But what a tumultuous decline what, 6 in a row now they've lost, or 7?
6 in a row.
6.
They're on the brink of missing a bowl game.
And I told you that's what the bowl game this year.
They
The
got
toilet bowl,
yeah,
how's that?
They got Michigan State. They got Michigan State,
They can win that game.
Nebraska, and then Rutgers. So
2 out of 3, they should be favored. Nebraska, I don't know.
I think Nebraska is going to be one of those pick'ems, and it's just a matter of
Yeah.
the thing is, I told a couple people with
Yeah.
this about if they do get a bowl game, you're not going to get Singletary. You're not going to get the main guys playing because they're
It'd
going
be
to opt out.
The Belk Bowl, or, you know.
Because you look at it, it's a meaningless bowl game for Penn State if they do win these next 3 bowl games or these next 3 regular season games. They go 6-6. What's the motivation for?
Well, here's a question, and I haven't even thought about this. Why, in the bowl games, why don't you offer money for like winners and the winners get more than the losers, or give them a financial incentive to play?
I think
But
it's
that's just
yeah.
a drop in the bucket for what they hope to make in the NFL. But they buy insurance policies, and you still love the guys that go and play because they want to have one last go around with their brothers.
Hey, Corey,
Yes.
and I'm predicting this week, write this down, Mr. Cook,
Okay.
that they will lose again this week.
Who? Penn State.
Penn State will be losing this week.
They're going to lose to Michigan State. What's Michigan State's record?
Michigan State, I'll get that in just a second here. I think they are 4-5.
Okay, well, that's a better record than Penn State.
Let's see here.
What, any other predictions? Any other bold predictions, I should say?
Michigan State is 0-6 in the Big Ten, and they're 3-6. So it is a
Should be a competitive game.
3-6
Identical.
versus 3-6. So whoever wins this game is still bowl eligible. Or
The Land Grant Bowl. Isn't that what they call this when they play 2 land grant universities?
yeah, the seesaw of someone's going to lose out, and their season will end on November
Yeah.
30th.
Let's win it
Or
for the-
November 29th. Their season will end.
Wow. A precipitous fall, yes.
And my upset game of the week will be the Titans over Texans.
The battle of the Titans and Texans, you say the Titans will beat the Texans. Is your buddy C.J. Stroud,
He's
100%?
still under concussion
Protocol?
Yes. Yeah, he's yeah.
I'm reading your mind.
Yeah, they had Mills
Texas.
at the quarterback helm there.
Who?
But, Mills, yeah, he's been a journeyman backup quarterback there. So
I'll say.
yeah, he had the game-winning touchdown run, against the Jaguars. They were trailing by a good amount of points, and they won 36-29. David Mills was the quarterback there. So,
And who's the Saints quarterback now? It's a guy that I never heard
well,
of.
this is Carl knows very well. He went to Louisville. It's Tyler Shuck.
Tyler Shuck.
Yeah, 26-year-old, 27, I think it is. But yeah, he's a rookie.
Yeah.
He spent like 6 years in college.
6 years of college, down the drain. No, that's the line from Animal House.
Yes.
Hey, Corey, can I put somebody in the Shining Stars?
What?
What?
I want to put somebody in the Shining Stars.
So you're going to say something about sorry? Who you're sorry about?
No, I said I want to put somebody in the Stars. The Shining Stars.
Shining Stars? Oh, okay, yeah, Shining Star. What you got there, Robert? I'm
Thanks, Sean.
Head coach of the Broncos.
head coach for the Broncos, Sean Payne.
Why not?
That's the woman.
Well, we've already touted him as a future Hall of Fame coach, so might as well put him up there. Why? Did he was he involved in the most recent Broncos win? Did he make a good call? He calls their plays, doesn't he? So,
I would say more the defense is the shining star than anything.
yeah, I
The-
mean,
the
their offense has taken
yeah.
a lot of heat the last few games. They're winning in spite of a so-so Bo Nix performance.
Yeah, the Bo Nix is a roller coaster of emotions watching those games there, and it was just very lackluster. I think that's the second time I've said that, with, looking at the Monday night football game and this Thursday night football game. It feels like that's been like weeks ago, but it's only
They find
been
ways to
5.
win.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's the way. They
Kind of like the Eagles last night.
It's very interesting, just the way the Broncos are playing. They are 5-0 at home, and just the way that they've been playing. This is a very monumental game coming up this Sunday. They got the Chiefs. They have a 2.5 game lead against the Chiefs. If they win that game, then they're up 3.5. They go in your bye week, and then you're 9-2. I think that
They're sitting pretty, no doubt about it.
you still got the Chargers right in your back bumper there, but if you win that game, then you kind of figure that the Chiefs aren't going to win that division.
They must play the Chargers again,
Yes, yeah.
so that'll be big also.
Hey, Mr. Cook,
Yes, sir.
so how did you like that game of the Jets?
Which one?
The upset of the week.
You know,
Browns and the
was that really a big upset?
Jets.
I thought how was Dylan Gabriel? Did he play okay?
He was 17 for 32 with 2 touchdowns, 167 yards passing. So just
We didn't rehearse that. He had it queued up, so impressive response.
It was just very.
The Jets were due to win a game.
Yeah, that's their second. They're actually on a 2-game winning streak now.
And Justin Fields had a pretty good game, I guess.
Yeah, let me get his stats there.
I mean, he was kind of the scapegoat for their bad start, and people are saying, well, he's really not a number one
I mean,
quarterback.
Justin Fields 6 for 11,
Ew.
one touchdown and 54 yards
Oh,
passing.
my.
So
That's pedestrian. To
That
say that's
is-
pedestrian, that's, yeah,
that's saying it nicely.
yeah. Go ahead, Robert.
Mr. Cook, I'm looking at my crystal ball.
You have a crystal ball?
I'm looking at one.
Well, that must be illegal. You're cheating. Go ahead.
I'm going with my third upset of the week.
All right, no, upset 1A. Okay, go ahead. Who's that?
I'm going with the Jets on Thursday night.
Who? The Jets?
Going with the Jets to go
Over-
with a 3-game winning streak to beat the Patriots.
Oh, wow.
Wow, that's definitely bold.
Well, they have a storied rivalry, those two, division foes.
Mm-hmm.
Why not? I mean, in the NFL, you never know. I mean, the Panthers had to be favored over the lowly Saints.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
yet the Saints won the game. You go in, a team can be flat and they just don't play well. It doesn't make sense because they have one game a week.
Mm-hmm.
They should be able to get up for it, and not every team does. Anyway, what else you got, Robert?
And the Broncos will win this week, and they will go 9-2.
Okay.
Broncos over the Chiefs. So you have 4 calls. Penn State losing to Michigan State, Titans over Texans, Jets over Patriots, and Broncos over, who do they play? Chiefs, that's right. That's a big showdown. Okay. All right. Well, I have it all recorded for posterity here. You might get a nomination for the Sports Hall of Fame if you keep this up.
I think we might be. I think Carl might be trying to call in a bit there. We haven't heard from Carl. I think he might be want to talk about the Penn State Blues.
Or else you'll also want to talk about Louisville because they're having a pretty good year.
Well,
Don't they have a big
yeah.
game this week?
Well, they lost this past week. They were in the driver's seat, to be in the ACC title game there, and then they kind of squandered that away to the
The winner gets an automatic bid, right, of the ACC?
Not
No?
well, not. So how that works is that the 5 highest ranked conference winners gets in. Now the way that things are going with the ACC, say Duke, if they win out, they would go to the ACC title game with 4 losses. If they win that, it's not a guarantee that
No automatic berth.
say the Sun Belt or the American
The group of 5.
group of 5 might have a better ranking or
Better,
their conference champion
resume.
better than the
Yeah.
ACC. So the ACC could be left out. I think their chips is probably all in on Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech has one loss, and with Virginia losing, Louisville losing. This week, I think the big marquee game is Notre Dame and Pitt. Even though that's not a conference game, but for Pitt, if they can beat Notre Dame, that'll eliminate Notre Dame, and that'll open up the doorstep there for Pitt. But
They have 2 losses.
Pitt has 2 losses there, so that they're on that right at that
Bubble.
line there. So
The bubble. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, Pitt has what, a true freshman quarterback, and they kind of go under the radar because we're all about Penn State. There are a lot of Pitt fans around here, but they've really having a chance for a tremendous season. I guess Narduzzi, maybe he's a pretty good coach, doesn't maybe get the credit he deserves.
yeah, I mean they've been playing a lot better football with the freshman quarterback. Yeah, because right now they're 5-1, and their path is it's
In the
daunting.
league, they're 5-1.
5-1 in the league, 7-2 overall. But their remaining schedule is brutal. But this is what's going to get you into the playoffs. They
Sure.
got Notre Dame, and then add Georgia Tech, and then Miami. So you're playing 3 ranked teams in a row.
Yeah.
If you win those 3, you're in the ACC title game. Probably playing Georgia Tech again or whoever.
If you lose any of those 3, you might be
You're-
out.
you're-
You're
you're-
probably out.
yeah.
A three
So-
loss team.
Even losing with Notre Dame, and then you still only have one conference loss there, but still, I don't see a 3-loss Pitt.
Has the 3-loss team ever made the playoffs under the modern system?
The new system from last year, Clemson.
Oh, they had
Yeah,
3
because
losses.
they won their conference,
Okay.
the conference championship there, and SMU was the
Okay.
other ACC team that made
Yeah.
the playoffs there. So that's just because they won their conference, not at large there. So that's going to be interesting with some of these marquee matchups there. So
Well, there'll always be disagreement as to what team should get in, and some people are going to be disappointed, but you do have to say that this 12-game playoff is a lot fairer than initially when they had no title game. It was all based on the voters for years, and they went to 2
and then the
and
4.
4, which 4 is better than 2, and 12 is a lot better than either of them. So,
And,
and
you know-
there's all kinds of money.
And the way you look at it is, we're having playoff games in the regular season.
Yeah.
With
Yeah.
just the way some
Tantamount
games
to a
at.
playoff
So like some the marquee games for this weekend, you got like Oklahoma and Bama. If Oklahoma loses this game,
I took Alabama.
I would take Alabama as well. But you look at this, that's an elimination game there for Oklahoma. For Virginia and Duke, whoever loses that game is not going to be in the ACC title game and not be in the playoffs. Same with Texas and Georgia. Texas has 2 losses. A 3rd loss, they're right now already in that bubble. They're outside looking in.
Arch Manning playing a lot better than he.
And then what he was in September
he
there.
was
So,
abysmal.
so
He kind of scotched his own Heisman chances. I don't know. Is he back in the hunt?
I think that ship has sailed
Yeah,
miles down the road.
I think so too.
I think the favorite right now is Fernando Mendoza, from
Indiana.
Indiana. Especially how that game
Tough
ended.
hombre. Yeah.
I think right now it's between Simpson from Alabama, you got Ohio State with Saying, and then Mendoza. Yeah, that's the 3. But how these games play in November really shapes out the Heisman race there. So,
For sure.
but we still got some time. We got the second revealing of the college football playoff rankings, and that will kind of give out some more picture. You got BYU that lost to Texas Tech. How far does BYU slide? So. The group of 5 school that was in the picture was Memphis, and Memphis lost. So who's that next tier team of the group of 5 schools? So
I don't know.
it'll be interesting there.
I have to admit that just this whole paying them has kind of soured me on being a fan. I mean, I know you're avid Buckeye fan, and probably all the Buckeye fans are even more so. But yeah, it's just me. It's kind of soured me on the game a little bit.
It happens with, I talk to other people who are in that same, umbrella there, so. But, kind of changing gears to baseball there before we kind of wrap up there. What's the directional point there for the Phillies there with what Ranger Suarez and Schwarber got the qualifying offer that, I think they're
Yeah.
one of 13 players that received the offer there.
So Real Muto didn't get one?
I don't believe so. I just think it was just Ranger Suarez.
Okay, well, I guess with Suarez, when he's on, he's really good, and, but I just read something online today about he could be the odd man out, because Wheeler's healing really well, he'll be back. Remember, they played without him, who knows how that would have changed the postseason. And then they got Aaron Nola, they're hoping for a bounce-back year for him, and Christopher Sanchez, he's a Cy Young candidate. And then you have Luzardo, and they're hoping that they'll get something out of their top prospect in the minors, Painter. So, that's the way this particular writer was looking at it, like, well, maybe they shouldn't pay Suarez X number of dollars. But to me, he's the ultimate crafty lefty, and
And you don't have a left-handed pitcher like that and reliable. Yeah, he didn't have 180 innings pitched, but 157 and 1/3, an ERA, just shy of, just a little over 3. It was 3.20
Okay.
in 26 starts there. So,
yeah.
you know,
Plus, for years, the Phillies had no left-handed starters. All of a sudden, they had 3 this year, and pretty powerful. Luzardo had a really good year. He had some bad starts. I know he gave up 12 earned runs in one bad start, but I think he was a pleasant surprise, and obviously Sanchez had a great year.
wherever, Ranger Suarez goes, I think he's going to be a good 3 in a rotation there.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't see him as an ace, but as a 3, middle of the rotation there with a left-handed, kind of with a
Yeah.
right and a right. But
He's a battler. He knows how to get people out. Lets them get themselves out a lot, so.
it's
that's-
still
that's his-
fairly young then too. It's
Yeah.
not, he's at the twilight
Yeah,
there either.
and
So-
Schwarber loves Philadelphia, they love him. I guess he has an agent, so, I guess he has the final say, but he being Schwarber, I mean, great quality guy, clubhouse guy, everything you could want in a player, short of Ohtani or Aaron Judge maybe, but
I think with Schwarber, I would give like would you say like a 4-year deal, 3-year? I mean, with his age, you're
3
not
or
gonna go-
4. I wouldn't go, I wouldn't think you would go, I mean, Harper and Turner already have these long-term deals. I mean, Schwarber,
And Harper's 33 there, so you
Yeah.
kind of look at, Schwarber.
he needs a bounce-back year, 'cause he was under his norm, so I don't know. I mean, I think the fans love him, and he's gutsy and tough and all that, everything you want in an athlete. He struck out too much. I don't know if that's a Phillies thing the last couple of years in the playoffs, swinging at balls in the dirt. That's done him in against Arizona, and then again last year against the Mets. So anyway, I think we're out of time. Have we
yeah.
covered all our bases?
Yes, all the bases and home plate there. So,
All right.
yeah, that was a fast 45 minutes. I think it was maybe like 39 minutes or maybe 42 minutes there. But even though it was a quick,
Yeah, we covered a lot of
rendition of-
ground, and anyway,
this was 9:06 or 9:07 in the.
week 9. It's week 907.
9:07.
Week 907. I got to write that in there. Week 907. So
Slowly getting to
countdown to 1,000.
probably 2028.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks to all you at home for tuning in. Thank you, Corey Smith. I'm Jeff Cook. Thanks to Sean in the control room, pushing all the right buttons, as always. Stay tuned for trivia in about 15 minutes. See you next Tuesday, and almost every Tuesday, here on Sports Chat. Good night, everybody. Mahalo.
All right.
and open to the public. Keep an eye on our channel and social media for the live stream as well. For more information, you can visit lincolnfellowship.wildapricot.org/dedication-day. And we want to give a big shout out to our amazing sponsors: Adams County Community Foundation, Adams County Sports Hall of Fame, Classic Antique Innovations, Destination Gettysburg, Exchange Club of Hanover, Gettysburg Railway, Adams County Chapter Trout Unlimited, UPMC Life Changing Medicine, and all of our incredible Patreon members. Do you want to support community media? You can by visiting communitymedia.net to become a sponsor or join us on Patreon. And as always, for more local events, keep it here at Community Media. I need water because it's cough season, boys and girls. You never know what Sean's gonna do with these takes. Okay. I'm a sideways walking crab. The Mariel Bildston Septet. Nope. Why did I not pre-read? What's a camerata?